This dog hunts peanuts. Hey, welcome back to Brain Muffin's Beer Reviews. We've done Sojo with my daughter and now some whiskey. So this is Bird Dog peanut butter flavored whiskey. And as you can see, I've been hitting the bottle a little bit. This is 80 proof, so it's none of that watered down stuff as far as I know. Diluted. And this was purchased locally. I want to say this is made in Tennessee, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Okay, so just a little north of here, actually northwest, I think. Forget exactly where Bowling Green is. But peanut butter flavored whiskey, they have several, the Bird Dog, and I had intended to get the little flavored, the little sample ones, and I never made it to the store, but we had this on hand, and I'm going to go ahead and do the peanut butter, and later I'll do the I think it's peach. There's a honey, and then just the regular one. We'll do them individually. They deserve their own. Now, normally I would talk about the beers and stuff like that, but I don't really know a whole lot about Bird Dog whiskey. Now, I know what whiskey tends to be made from, it's usually still made from barley. They then distill it, so they ferment everything, then they pull the alcohol off, so they usually boil off the alcohol. There's cold distillation too, which is something I also want to try. And now that I'm living in Tennessee, I really need to start making some whiskey. So let's find out. So it's got a nice peanut butter aroma. Now, I got this because my son likes peanut butter whiskey, and he had one that he left with us, and I think I finished that off. I meant to do, he likes to leave it in the freezer. Now, this has been just sitting out. Now, I do have 2 ice cubes. We have well water, and it's filtered. So that in here, just to kind of open it up a little bit, we'll swirl around. It does have an interesting ambiance, right? So they say it's made with peanuts. I don't know how they get the peanut butter flavoring. It contains peanuts, caramel color added. So it's probably not aged in barrels, so oak barrels, or you use sometimes. Some of the distilleries use other types. Some will charcoal. They'll burn the inside of the barrels. Some do not. And they all impart different flavors. So I'm not really expecting, because normally if you put it in oak barrels, you'll get this coloring by itself. So if they're going to put artificial caramel coloring in it, I'm guessing they're not aging it in oak, but that's only a guess. So on the nose, peanut butter, and there's this mouthfeel on here that I don't know if it's the alcohol, it's the way that it's like, if they put it in crushed peanuts and the peanut essence comes up and we get peanut oils. Maybe that's what I'm seeing separate out. You don't see it in the bottle. So if you had if you ever had an all-natural peanut butter, when it's at room temperature, the oil separates. So I don't see anything of that. So it might just be an effect of the cooling. I guess I should have had another glass so I could just try it straight, but oh well. I don't feel like having too much, but I do have it in a Kentucky Ale snifter. But that's good. I like this better than the one my son, I forget what brand he liked. We're going to get him some of this next time we go up to visit. We'll take some with us, but or if he comes down here, we'll go get some. But one of the, so maybe they both do it. Both of the liquor stores in town separate it by type, if not by brand, and so you have to find your brands in there. Now, if like a brand makes 7 different types of bourbon or whiskey or rye or whatever, you can find that together. They are together by brand in the category. So you have to know, do you want cognac, and I want to try it all. I'm not, all the different types, I need to do some more investigation. I know that bourbon is only supposedly made in Kentucky, everything else is whiskey. There's also, since being in Tennessee, we also have alcohol made from corn. And then, of course, you have the 99 proofs, which I've tried to do a complete, total value pack of, and I really need to edit those and do something with them. I don't know what. I need to go through it and just make something silly. But that is really good. Now, I don't know what a peanut butter whiskey is supposed to taste like, but So this is very subjective. You know, what do I give it, an 8 or 9? I think it's an 8. For me, it could have a little bit stronger peanut flavor. It could be a higher alcohol content as well. But it's so smooth. Now granted, I have 2 ice cubes. They're almost all melted. It's not overly sweet. It has a nice bite on the back end, so right there just kind of hovers around. But like I said, and so maybe that's part of what I need to do is to get several of these peanut butter flavored whiskeys from different companies, and understand, be a little more prepared for class, and then I can give a better judgment. See, if it's a certain type of beer, I know what it's supposed to. I know what the beer judging guidelines are for it. I don't know what they are for this. But I like that it's not overly sweet. It's a little on the sweet side, but it's not overly so. I like the peanut flavor. I like the mouthfeel. I like the kind of kick about 2/3 way back. But it isn't overpowering. I'd like for it to be, as we get to Nats, I'd like for the coloring to be natural from barrels and not from artificial. The barrel's in a part of an oak, well, it depends on what they would use, but an oak barrel, many times you get vanilla hints. And so if you're flavoring it, maybe you don't want that. And so maybe I need to start with the base. But anyway, there's a lot of maybes in there. And you could tell me in the comments below. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me know if there's anything from Bird Dog you want to see reviewed, or what other flavors you want to see reviewed. We're expanding our horizons and moving on with life. Thank you very much, and bottoms up. Wonder, you know, it's not even really aimed at me, is it? Eh, sort of is. Alright, so if I do this, now, it's supposedly all manual exposure. 4.5, but not 2.8. That's literally hitting me in the shoulder now. Yeah, I'm not sure where to put that. Alright, let's see what we got and get started.